The very first pasuk of this week's parsha is striking. The Torah tells us, Moshe Rabbeinu was speaking to the Jewish people, and he says that if you listen to the halachos of the Torah, then Hashem will bless you in various different ways. But the language in the Torah is Vaya Eikev Tishma'un Eis Hamishpatim Ha'ela. The term used for if you listen to blank is mishpatim. Mishpatim is normally associated with laws involving the Jewish courts, interpersonal laws. There are various psukim in the Torah that list a range of mitzvos, mitzvah, chukim, mishpatim, etc. Mishpatim are normally thought of as laws that are very, even to our minds, very logical. So the obvious question is, why does Moshe Rabbeinu specify mishpatim as opposed to speaking just broadly about everything in the Torah, or maybe list different types of mitzvos? It's a very interesting thing. The Ramban gives various possibilities in response to this question. The Ramban talks about the possibility that maybe Hashem is setting a relatively low bar. Maybe it's all you have to do is keep the basic societal laws, and then Hashem will give you brachos. Maybe the pasuk is highlighting some of the challenges in having appropriate societal judicial systems, whether it be in having fair proceedings, whether it be in going through with certain punishments that are difficult. The Ramban discusses these things. But the Meshech Chochmah has a very novel thought that I would like to share with you. And the Meshech Chochmah says that what Moshe Rabbeinu was touching on is, as we mentioned, mishpatim connotes laws that we can understand and that we can appreciate. Chukim connotes laws that we don't know, we don't understand. This is just what Hashem said. Says the Meshech Chochmah, Moshe Rabbeinu was speaking to the Jewish people at the end of his life. And it's been decades that they've had the Torah. And what Moshe Rabbeinu was saying to them is, his firm hope for them is that by this point in their national existence and in their progression as individuals, Avdei Hashem, servants of God, the vast majority of the halachos are things that they can now appreciate. It could be that there were mitzvos when the Torah was given, kashrus, laws about family purity, various different mitzvos, that a person shrugs their shoulders and says, listen, I don't know. Why is it so important to God that I eat this and I don't eat that? Why is it so significant? It's a chok. I'll do it. If God tells me to do it, I'll do it. But the hope, says the Meshech Chochmah, is that by this time, the Klal Yisrael have an appreciation for these things. Maybe they don't understand why this food is kosher and that food isn't, or why meat and milk can't be eaten together. Maybe they don't understand that, but they feel they have an appreciation for the mitzvah. They feel, my life is so different because I eat only certain things. These are just examples. So the reason why it only mentions mishpatim, laws that we can easily understand, is Moshe Rabbeinu is expressing the hope that by now the Jewish people see the vast majority of mitzvos as mishpatim, not chukim. And I think there's two aspects of thinking about this. One is that for all of us, it's really a charge to each and every one of us to grow in our understanding, not just follow the rules, but to study the Torah and understand the Torah and appreciate the Torah. But perhaps the second point as well is that as we grow and as we progress, just take a step back sometimes and just say to ourselves, Ashreinu, how fortunate we are that we have this Torah, that we have these mitzvos. It's so easy to have moments where we regret, wow, if only I didn't have to worry about kashrus, my vacation would be so different. If only I wasn't restricted by Shabbos, I could have got such a good travel deal, and so on and so forth. But to try to appreciate, not because of the world to come and that if we don't keep the mitzvos, we'll get punished. That's all true, but not because of that. Because to just take a step back, look at ourselves, for those of us fortunate enough to have families or marriages, look at the people in our lives and just recognize how much richer we all are because of the fact that we have a Torah. And yes, these are rules from Hashem. And yes, we have to keep them either way, but to try to develop that appreciation for it. And as we continue to study Torah, to try to develop a greater and deeper understanding. Just something worthwhile to think about. Have a wonderful Shabbos.